the Gettysburg battlefield. And a couple of poems came from there, and I don't normally read these, so I'm glad to read these. I'll read these two and then finish with a few. This is called The Witness Trees 1. I walked with a volunteer into this cemetery. 70 years old, he told me. Been a volunteer here for 13 since we buried my wife. He had skin like brown construction paper, eyes like blue river stones, smooth from all that has rushed over them. He pointed to the place where Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address, that 2-minute incantation he hoped would mend a torn country. He noted the arcing circle of gravestones, stitching their moss-covered faces into a circle deep as death. He pointed down the hill, past the spreading rings of gravestones, to where he had relatives buried. From a Vermont brigade, he noted, they lie just beyond that cypress, a witness tree. That's a tree that was here even then. It saw the battles, saw the burials. He looked at his shoes, speckled with grass clippings, their leather quietly torn from walking with the dead. He raised his gaze and squinted, looking down the hill toward the trees. Them are old trees, he said. They've seen some things. And a grave marker at Gettysburg Soldiers' National Cemetery. A cube of stone sits silently, its granite teeth tight in this stiff green place. The words, unknown, 425 bodies, are carved neatly into its blue-gray face. It stares up at an angle, professional, mature, documented, as if it has just looked up from its desk, work still to be done, buried by eternal tasks. The original stone would be furious if it could see the use the carvers made of it. It would have strained and struggled to get away from becoming the announcement of this much misery. It might have thrown itself into a stream had it known. This dusted stone was destined for a water goddess's form, something cool and wet, curved and delicious in its desire. But no, it remains here, in this land of loss, unable to remember the names of those it marks, unable to say their names aloud in a voice the living can hear. And let me do one more of the Bone Man poems and then a couple to close.
And may I ask for a couple of requests?
Oh, sure.
Later.
Sure.
Good.
Sure.
Thank you.
I think I know where things are in this book. How about Bone Man Loves Parties? Bone Man sits on a rich leather sofa, legs crossed, watching everyone in this dancing, drinking room. He shifts every now and then, bones rattling and sliding one against another. He's an accordion of clicks and scrapes, the glow-in-the-dark skeleton from childhood's Halloween parties come to life, though not exactly to life. He does live here. He hangs around a lot anyway, Bone Man. Tonight he sits at this party in this living room, turning his skull toward different conversations, different pairs of breathing people. I watch him and turn my own skull from different conversations, half hoping that he will be gone the next time I put down my glass. But no, he is standing now, looking over the shoulder of a short woman in a group of 3 laughing, well-dressed women. He watches through gaping skull sockets of empty eye air. He listens through barely seen ear openings on each side of his marbled skull. He almost seems to smile since we see all of his teeth. He nods at the colorful woman laughing too loudly. He tilts his head slightly like he's listening attentively to the group's thrilling conversation. Bone Man loves parties. Now he turns again, shifting his hips and skull, and crosses the room smoothly. His femurs and feet work together perfectly. Bone Man has style tonight. He is an orchestra of extending and folding bones. Bone Man adapts.